found something in a hole in the ground, look. See this hole here? Can you see that one little bumblebee running around in there? This is a hole that was very likely dug by a badger. It was probably digging a hole to get to some food, and bumblebees have decided to build a little nest in there. And I can see the bumblebee right there grabbing hold of that moss and that dead grass, and they'll find a hole in the ground quite often. These are bufftails, and they'll drag down like moss and grass into the hole to build their nest. They don't dig their own nests, they use existing holes in the ground. So cool. Some bees will nest in long grass on the ground. Some bees nest in old bird boxes, quite often tree bumblebees. But here we've got bumblebee starting its summer family in this little hole in the ground just here in the field. Unfortunately, I'm in a field here, and unfortunately it'd be game over if the plough came through, but there's not much ploughing goes on in the summer. It does happen. Ploughing's more sort of spring, autumn, but there is summer fallow, summer tillage. They do plough in the summer sometimes. So it would be game over if that happened. But hopefully this bumblebee nest in here will have a bit of a chance. And guess what? This is exactly where National Grid want to build, destroying this whole landscape. So yeah, I love finding little nests of bumblebees in the ground. Sometimes people call me up, they find bumblebees like nesting under their shed or things like that. Now, bumblebees are pretty much harmless. You've got to seriously upset a bumblebee to get stung by one. So if you've got bumblebees in your garden, maybe cordon the area off and just enjoy their company. We need them, and they're awesome. I've quite often kept bumblebees in my garden. I've got 2 young kids and dog, never a problem. They're great fun. You can just stand right next to their like nest and watch them in and out. They're brilliant. So yeah, just an unassuming hole in the ground. Oh yeah, look, I've just noticed this here with like cherry seeds in it is going to be badger poo. Really sweet. So yeah, this was very likely dug by a badger, and now it's home to bumblebees. Get wild.